This is not a cave. Instead, I am actively descending the empty mold of what used to be a wide and thick tree with a treehouse which was popular for local kids to climb on. There is even a secondary hole where a major branch once shed off to the side upon which the treehouse was built. Yet, when lava erupted in the middle of a major neighborhood in 2018, this tree was buried by thick amounts of fresh molten rock, eventually burning the organic material and leaving behind a mold where it once stood. This geologically interesting feature represented the very start of a paid tour I took to the epicenter of Hawaii's largest and most destructive eruption in more than 200 years, the 2018 East Flank eruption of Kilauea in Leilani Estates. As part of a paid tour in this private area, a nice man known as Chris, who was one of the many people who lost his home in that eruption, then took us to the dominant fissure that powered this eruption between May 3rd and August 4th, 2018, Fissure 8. While Google Earth views might make this particular spatter cone look quite tiny, it was so much larger in person, with an absolutely stunning cooled lobe of ropey Ahuʻailāʻau lava coming out of it. Want to see what the interior of this spatter cone, which I must stress was only a minor vent of Fissure A, looks like? Well, here you go. It has a massive and somewhat unstable cavity in its interior, representing where magma once rose and erupted like seen in this video clip of this very vent. All these years later, gas is still coming out of it and you could still make out the smell of hydrogen sulfide in the air. We thereafter began a rapid climb of the singular vent of Fissure 8, which erupted an estimated 94% of all lava emplaced by the total of 24 fissures in its East Rift Zone eruption. After I climbed the 170-foot or 52-meter-high cinder cone, I looked inside its interior, being greeted by steep, colorful walls that were breached to the northeast. That breach marked where the vast majority of its erupted lava headed, going into one of two directions, which fed an incredibly fast-moving flow of 1200 degrees Celsius or 2192 degrees Fahrenheit molten rock into a channel that extended as a river of molten rock for nearly a full 7 miles. Here's another brief view of this now cooled lava river several miles downslope. These rivers greatly subsided when their lava supply ceased, leaving behind deep depressions in the ground much like a typical dry river in Arizona. For a full 93 days, an average of 117 cubic meters of lava, or enough to fill an Olympic-sized swimming pool every 21.37 seconds, erupted at the cinder cone of Fissure 8, totaling around 940 million cubic meters of molten rock in that time span. Plenty of other vents from the 2018 eruption can be seen in the distance, along with other lava flow features including gas vents, A'a and Pahoehoe lava, golden Paley's hair, and even the banded coloration indicating differing activity that built the aforementioned cinder cone. If you were wondering, the reddish bands represent scoria, where the iron within them rapidly oxidized upon exposure to the atmosphere. Now, I want to clarify why I am discussing these structures and how breathtaking they are, considering that 4 homes lie incinerated and destroyed beneath the Fissure 8 cinder cone. After all, the eruption in question would go on to destroy more than 700 homes and lead to the months-long evacuations of more than 10,000 people, so why am I discussing it? I am not trying to minimize the pain and suffering that this now 7-year-old natural disaster caused, since that was immense. However, these features represent one of the best, if not the best, field locations for upcoming or experienced geologists and volcanologists to study. So much video was taken of every angle of the 2018 eruption that if there is a particular feature that makes you say, wait, what is that? You can find footage showing exactly what it is. That is why multiple geology and volcanology college classes from more than a dozen states have already come out to this location, as it helps train the next generation of scientists. Also, a decent chunk of money in this paid tour goes right back to the community in Leilani Estates, which is still rebuilding and recovering from the 2018 eruption. I want to stress that this is absolutely not a paid or sponsored segment. I just enjoyed the scientific aspects of the tour so much that I am giving it a free endorsement or seal of approval. If you are ever on the big island of Hawaii, you can book the same tour I went on in person at this website. I hope that you found this video interesting.